welcome to television. This is a steam-powered medium.
Steam is water in the form of gas, which you get through heating and boiling. When we say that something, like an engine, is powered by something, it means that it works thanks to that. So a steam-powered machine, for example, is powered by steam. It uses energy produced by steam. For example, a steam-powered locomotive. A medium, in this case, is a particular form or system of communication. The plural of this is media. YouTube and television are both types of media. Steam power is an old way of powering vehicles. So Steven is simply joking that television seems like a very old way to watch entertainment when compared with YouTube, and that it is not so relevant for young people anymore.
Cool.
That runs on coal that your grandparents invented.
Steven makes another joke that TV runs on coal. To run on something is to be powered by something. So, as Steven does here, if something is steam powered, we could say it runs on coal that is burned to produce steam. Example: this car runs on vegetable oil rather than gasoline.
Do you watch television ever?
I kind of unplugged, to be honest.
Literally, to unplug is to take something out of an outlet. For example, you unplug your phone when it is done charging. Figuratively, as used by Felix here, if you unplug from something, you break your attachment or dependency on that thing. Simply, he means that he no longer focuses on television programs. In this funny clip from Modern Family, Claire and Phil force their kids to unplug from their cell phones and the internet.
Okay, we have called this family meeting because the personal electronics have gotten out of control. Starting today, there's going to be a 1-week ban on all cell phones, texting, IMing, video chatting, video gaming, anything on the internet.
How am I supposed to do my homework? Oh, this is so unfair!
You know what? We're gonna make this fun. Turn it into a game. Whoever stays unplugged the longest wins.
That's correct.
You're beating everybody else by like 15 million is the next one down.
If you beat someone, you win against that person. Although YouTube is obviously not a competition, Steven simply means that PewDiePie was far ahead of everyone else in subscriber count.
Okay, come on, this is for all womankind. Let's kill him. Yeah, kill him!
All right, well, no, I mean, I want to kill them too, but they're boys. You know, how are we gonna beat 3 boys?
I want to thank the internet for allowing their emperor to be here for the evening. You sort of a pioneer of this Let's Play videos on YouTube.
Because Felix is so hugely popular and famous on YouTube, Steven jokes that he is like the emperor or leader of the internet. A pioneer is one of the first people to do something. We say someone is a pioneer when they are innovative in some way. Felix was a pioneer because he made a type of video popular where you watch someone else play video games, often called Let's Play videos.
What's the philosophy? Why do you think people like it so much, watching you play games?
It might be kind of challenging for you to catch Steven's question here at first. This is because of some connected speech that shows up here. That is, how natives cut and connect their words. At first, Steven is about to ask, what do you? However, he doesn't say, what do you? He says,
why do you think?
This happens a lot. We reduce do, drop the T from what, and connect the two words. So instead of what do, we say whata.
What do you mean?
No. Then what? What do you want?
Oh, well, what do you know?
Then he changes questions and instead asks, why do you? But again, he reduces the word do and it all links together.
Why do you think?
Natives do this all the time. So it is important that you learn to recognize it so you can understand fast native speech.
I think it's not just watching me play it, it's kind of like we're hanging out. It's as if you're sitting with a friend on a couch, you're playing games together and...
Hang out is a phrasal verb that native speakers use all the time. If you hang out with someone, you spend time with them. You might also hang out by yourself. For example, if someone asks, what are you doing? You could respond, I'm just hanging out at home. This is just a way to vaguely say you are passing the time without specifying what you are doing. You could be reading, watching TV, playing video games, etc. What he means here is that when people watch Felix playing video games, they feel like they are actually with him passing the time and playing the game together.
And your friend will never give you the controller.
Never!
This is the tool that you use to control your character in a video game. For example, these are the controllers for the Nintendo Switch, and these are the controllers for the PlayStation 4.
You, it's my show.
No, you do drop the F-bomb a lot.
Oops.
Yes.
Well, I heard you too before, so.
Oh, I was just responding to some fans.
The F-bomb is a slang way to refer to the curse word fuck. The phrase to drop the F-bomb means to say fuck. Example: I couldn't believe that the professor dropped so many F-bombs during his lecture. As you probably know, in English we use the auxiliary verb do and its conjugations in negative statements and questions. However, this statement is positive, or in other words, an affirmative sentence. So why did Stephen use the auxiliary verb here? We can use do in affirmative statements simply to add emphasis. Perhaps here, Stephen is putting emphasis as he is talking about Felix's habit of cursing.
Although my research is going well, I do miss the warmth of human companionship.
Like when my dog is mad at me, she tells me by being in my slippers.
That's actually a valid example of animals do deliver messages through sin.
Stephen is joking here. It is funny because obviously he would never want to curse at people who love his work.
Years ago, I uploaded my first video onto YouTube. It blew up, I got millions of views, and I was big right away.
If something blows up, it goes viral. In other words, it immediately becomes very popular. Literally, to blow up means to explode.
How could somebody possibly think we're going to blow up the moon?
It also means to fill with air.
Who blew up this balloon?
I did.
This balloon is barely inflated.
What?
And hitting 100 subscribers was huge. Huge for me.
Here he uses hit in a slang way, meaning to achieve something. He achieved 100 subscribers. Example: the charity hit its goal of $100,000 in donations. Normally huge is a more emphatic way to say something is big, but in this case he's saying that getting 100 subscribers was a very important accomplishment for him.
Thanks for the support, Robin. This is huge for me.
In this Big Bang Theory clip, they use the word in both its literal and figurative.
I like to aim even at big goals, even though they might not be relevant at all. But no, I don't wanna be famous.
To aim is to point at something. Literally, you aim at a target to improve your shooting. However, we also aim at goals or missions. We can even use aim as a synonym for a goal.
Industrial economics and management. My calling in life. That's what I want to do.
Your calling is your vocation. That is, the thing that you feel is your duty or responsibility in life. Example: my calling is to help English learners diminish cultural and language barriers by creating a world beyond borders. Felix is joking here, as studying industrial economics was obviously boring and unmotivating for him, and was not his true calling. Rather, his calling was using his passion of playing video games to entertain and inspire others. What is your calling? Practice your English by sharing it and seeing what your fellow learners said in the comments below.
So I decided this YouTube hobby, I'll probably have to set aside, because I should probably focus on my finals.
A hobby is something that you do in your free time for pleasure, or that you are passionate about, although it is not your job or what you do to make a living. Example: our hobby is gardening. If you set aside something, you stop doing that thing temporarily or permanently. Example: we set aside teaching so that we could dedicate ourselves to making lessons on YouTube.
Now, I like to set aside 20 minutes at the end of every interview for your questions. So don't hold back. Whatever you got inside there, you just let her rip.
Finals are the exams at the end of a school period, semester, trimester, etc., that test everything you have learned during a particular course.
I'll probably have to set aside.
Did you notice how Felix said have to here? He didn't say have to, he said,
I'll probably have to set aside. I'll probably have to set aside.
This is just like a native speaker would usually say it. The to reduces to a t sound and links to have. Furthermore, the V in have morphs to an F sound in order to link more easily to the T sound. Now you practice it by repeating it again with Felix. Here are a couple more examples of this connected speech from friends.
Ever have to fire anyone?
Rach, we don't have to do this.
All right, what do we do now?
Well, now I actually have to get to work.
So I uploaded a video saying I was going on a break, but in reality, I was quitting. This was it for me.
This expression just repeats what he just said. It means that it is the end for you. You are finished with something. Example: if I fail my finals, that's it for me. I will never be a success in life.
Just can't put my hobby in front of that right now. So I'm sure most of you will understand that. And
if you put something in front of a second thing, you're prioritizing that first thing and deprioritizing the second thing. Felix is saying that he couldn't prioritize his hobby of making videos because at that moment his university seemed more important.
I had found what I was actually passionate about, and I wasn't ready to just let it go.
To let something go is to stop doing that thing. If you let go of a goal or dream, you decide that you will never achieve it. Felix was not ready to stop pursuing his dream. Example: don't let go of your dream of English fluency. Keep working hard and you will be successful.
I knew that a career in YouTube was so far away. It was more of a myth than a dream at this point.
A myth is a type of story. However, as he uses it here, it refers to something imaginary. He is saying that while a dream is something that could be achieved with hard work, making a career on YouTube seemed like something imaginary and impossible because no one had done it yet.
Marshall, do you know how the myth of mermaids came to be?
Sorry, myth?
It was 300 years ago. Sailors stuck at sea would get desperate for female companionship. It got so bad that eventually the manatees out in the water started to look like beautiful women. Mermaids.
I used to be an introvert, but YouTube really helped me open up because on the other side there was people that really appreciated the side of me that I didn't show to anyone.
If you open up, you make yourself vulnerable. What Felix means is that despite being an introvert, he was able to share his real self with people and become more confident.
My passion was somewhere else, and I famously started selling hot dogs to sustain myself.
To sustain oneself is to support oneself. So, in order to survive while he followed his dream, Felix got a job selling hot dogs.
Hot dog, hot dog. Do you want a hot dog? Hot dog. Oh, it's a wonderful day to do it a hot. What do you do? Come back here.
But I look back at this time with great memories because I was finally pursuing my goal, my dream.
To pursue is to follow something. When we say someone pursues a goal, we mean they are doing the things necessary to make that goal a reality. We can use this verb literally too. For example, the police pursued the criminal, but he escaped.
I won't bore you with every step of the way of the journey. It's been long. It had its ups and downs.
Surely you know the word boring. So to bore is the verb form of boring. Example: I'm so used to English teachers boring me, but these lessons don't bore me at all. We often use this construction that Felix used here, I won't bore you, in order to say that we will not tell someone all of the details, just the essential information. Ups and downs, as used here, refers to moments of success and failure. Example: your journey to English fluency will have its ups and downs, but as long as you don't give up, you will be successful. Oftentimes, we describe our relationship with someone with this phrase.
My mother and I have had our ups and downs, but I love her, and I want her to be happy.
And I feel like I've finally come in terms with the responsibility I have as a creator. About 100 million subs too late, but you know.
To come to terms with something is to accept something.
I need to borrow $100. For what? I gotta get back in the game. Well, honey, when did you get out of the game? I don't know, I lost it all, okay? I lost it. Oh, no. Hey, I've come to terms with it. You have to, too.
Looking back at myself in that flat in Sweden is a very surreal experience.
If you look back at yourself in some situation, as Felix is doing here, you remember a period of your life. Example, when I'm feeling down, I like to look back at all the good times I've had with my friends. He says that remembering his journey is surreal. This means that it is bizarre or dreamlike because he can't believe that it is a reality.
Beyond my wildest dreams came true. 10 times over, 100 times over.
If something is beyond your wildest dreams, that means that it is something that you would never expect. We might use this when something seemingly impossible is actually true. Example, winning the gold medal was beyond his wildest dreams. A number plus times over means multiplied by that many. So 10 times over means multiplied by 10. What he means is that reaching 100 million subscribers is like his wildest dream multiplied by 10 or 100. Example, I want to thank him 1 million times over for everything he did for me.
I'm 9 years older now. I'm still awkward as fuck.
As fuck is a very informal way to say in a great quantity. This could be offensive, so you should be careful in using it. Example, that movie was funny as fuck. Awkward means clumsy or embarrassing. Felix basically just means that he is an incredibly strange person.